So it's November. Um yeah, I'm basically done with like MBA interviews right now. Like and I feel like there are some schools I want to go to, and if I don't get in, I'll be probably pretty sad in a month. Um but like also it's really interesting. I just feel like throughout my life I've made so much progress to be like happier and not sad and have more energy and things like that. And I do all these things I I work out regularly. I try to stay engaged in a lot of projects. I have a lot of purpose. Like all of these things are things that I have done, you know? And but it's like I don't know if it matters that much, you know? I feel like it doesn't really matter like how much progress you have made, because at the end of the day we're still in the same situation. Like I used to think that life was something that was improving at a linear pace. And to a certain extent, it is, right? But I feel like I'm just always like this, you know? I feel like it's very hard for me to imagine myself as someone with good mental health, you know? Like, I'm literally in the same situation as I was 3 years ago, and then 3 years before that, and 3 years before that, and it's like, yeah, I think like the major issues with my life, like the things that were really hard, are over like high school and college, and there's some semblance of stability that I have now, but I don't know if there's going to be a time in my life where I will be like very happy on a very sustained basis, you know? Like, I think I was pretty happy in New York, and there were a couple months I was happy in SF. But I still just don't understand like what I'm doing. I just want to be like motivated, you know? And I feel like so unmotivated so much. I don't know, I just have so little energy despite being so passionate about life. I'm just like this. I don't know how else to put it. And I try not to be like this, but I just am like this.
Yeah, like that's the thing. These guys like they're so honest about it. Like I'm forever like rap regulations.
And try and get me to find it.
I think it's like crazy how it's been like more than 3 years I moved to SF. Like, how have I changed during this period? What has happened in this period? Like, I don't really know. Like, when you're young, you change a lot, you know, and you're able to feel like you are changing a lot because you are changing a lot, and you feel like time is like filled, right? But like, I feel like when you're an adult, you just like don't really change that much anymore. Like, I have changed, but the pace at which I am changing is a lot slower than it was in the past. And it's kind of crazy to think about, like, the pace of change in your life, how quick it was in like college and your young professional years, and by the time you get to your late 20s, you're kind of settled into like a rhythm, and it's like, this is how things are. And like, if you want to recapture that intense level of change, you need to do something crazy with your life. That is like the way things are. So, I was just doing some writing, and like, I don't know, I just feel like this can't be like the extent of life. You know what I mean? Like, I can't believe that life is just doing stuff and making compromises to how you want to spend your time in order to live, and just like doing that for like the rest of the time. And it's like, I get it, because like goods and services aren't free, they cost someone something. But it's crazy how that is like all of life, and it just doesn't get better, you know? It's like, there's so many compromises you have to make in order to live the life that you want to live. And the compromise is the nature of existence. You're compromising your time and your energy to do stuff that you don't want to do stuff that you do want to do. Yeah, I don't know, it's just like, you're kind of just on this train, you know? And like, you might get like a little car sick, so you don't want to ride the train all the time, but the moment you get off the train, you just can't get back on the train. Yeah. And it's like, the idea of retirement is that you ride the train for long enough. So then after you get to a certain point, you're like, okay, I don't need to ride this train anymore. You know, we're really just like not free, you know? And even though we might want to live a free life, we're not really free to do so, you know? Like, what's there to look forwards to? Like, seriously. Like, sure, you can do things in the interim to keep your mind off of this, like, idea that the rest of life is just compromise. But what's the point, you know? Like, there isn't anything after this, you know? Like, I get we, like, go to work, like, one day at a time. We take it, like, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, 1 year at a time. And I think, like, work can be interesting, but, like, at the end of the day, it's all just, like, some form of compromise or another. Like, even if you do work that you do enjoy, you don't enjoy all of it, you know? There are some things that you do enjoy and some things that you don't enjoy. And what you get paid for is, like, the stuff that you don't enjoy. Or at least, like, you have to do the stuff that you don't enjoy to do the stuff that you do enjoy.